With the 5th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select
Zach Letter, quarterback, Florida.
and NC State.
You heard that right. With the 5th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos have drafted me, Zach Letter, at quarterback. Now, if we look at the depth chart here, we are going to be getting the start to start off the regular season. We are pretty much tied with the starting job with Case Keenum, but since he's had a lot of time to already prove himself in the NFL, he's got 6 years experience, they rather go with the young gun and see what we can do since we're similar skilled. Now, don't get me wrong, if we screw up and have a few bad games, Case could definitely get the start over us throughout this season, so the spot isn't a lock for us, but it is kind of something Denver's considering for the future as we move forward. Case does have 6 years experience going into his 7th season in the NFL, still hasn't done much with that career, so they're hoping a younger gun like me, coming out of the University of Florida off a national championship win, winning all those accolades I did in college, they're hoping I can come in and duplicate that here in the NFL. Now, our schedule is not necessarily an easy one. We have the Seahawks Week 1 in Denver. Now, this is where the home crowd's going to get to see us go out on the field and hopefully see what they saw from us in college. Now, the home fans were really excited when we were drafted. They were really excited to get a new quarterback in here, maybe a quarterback that could lead them into the future, a franchise quarterback, a quarterback that can take them back to the Super Bowl. Then we have the Raiders Week 2 coming here to Denver, then Ravens, Chiefs, Jets, Rams, Cardinals, Chiefs, Texans, Chargers, Steelers, Bengals, 49ers, Browns, Raiders, and Chargers. I mean, we're in a tough division, and it's going to be really difficult to try to win this division, especially in our rookie season. So we're going to have to play spot on if we want to, 1, win over the home fans and the home crowd, and 2, keep our starting job. But without further delay, let's head into the first game of our NFL career against the Seattle Seahawks. Coming into the game for the first time in our NFL career, and this stadium is loud, it is electric. Seattle got the ball to start the game off. They scored, took almost 3 minutes off the clock. It is 7-0, but this Denver crowd is optimistic. A new quarterback, a number 1 draft pick spent, and we throw it up and over, and it is swatted. We thought we had a small hole there, but it was a no-go. Crowd quiets down just a little bit. We're wearing the number 12 because a lot of great quarterbacks have worn that number. I mean, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, they're donning the number 12 right now in the NFL, and they're some of the NFL's greatest to ever play the game, and we hope to live up to the number 12 hype. Handing this one off to Freeman, though, and that's going nowhere. 3rd down and 13, our first drive of our NFL career. Our first pass was incomplete. I mean, tons of traffic in the secondary, trying to find someone open right over the middle. That's Herman, our tight end. Herman? I know I'm going to say that wrong, and some of you guys are going to correct me. But after that 22-yard completion, we have a new set of downs. The fans are back into it. They're jumping up in the stands. But we have to remain cool. We're going to hand this one off to Booker. He's going to cut left and find a decent 6-yard gain. We have some decent receivers on this team, and our defense is really solid. So, I mean, if we can live up to the hype and everything that these Denver fans have been putting in their head about us, I mean, we could easily be a playoff contending team this season. Drop this off to our tight end again. Hope he can find the yards, and he does. There's our contract right there, a 2-year deal, only $2.25 million. Not a big contract for a first-round pick. Working it down the field, we've already taken nearly 2 minutes off the clock here, trying to square things up against Seattle. They're going to hand this one off to the left side. That's Freeman. He's going to run right up the middle. Steamrolls 2 guys and finds the first down. Correction, it's going to be 2nd and inches. And we're knocking on the red zone door right now, getting behind the center here. Halfback behind us. And a little bit of play action. We have been handing it off enough to where I feel like we've opened up the play action. Not seeing anyone open downfield. We're going to run this ourselves and dive forward just for extra yards. 9 seconds to go in the first quarter, trying to tie things up before we have to take a commercial break here. Let's see what we can do with this last play of the quarter. 2 seconds to go. And we have someone open over the center. That is Sanders, who's going to get us in the red zone. 10 quarter 1 on our first drive of our NFL career. 13 yards away from tying things up here in the early second quarter. Trying to go play action here. We have been running the ball enough. And there we go. That is Butt. Butt catches it. Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite receivers now. Throwing it to Butt. Letter to Butt. Butt mail. There we go. Touchdown in our first of our career. Trying to tie things up with Seattle here in Denver. Oh boy, Seattle goes down and scores, making it 14-7. 3:45 to go. We do get the ball to start the second half, so I mean, if we can go down and get some points here, we could be in prime position to take a lead in the second half. So this is very important. No turnovers. Handing it off to Freeman up the left. He steamrolls a guy and finds 4. I mean, obviously, we were a really fast quarterback in college. We had a lot of scrambling yards, and we were a great option QB as well. I mean, it took us a while to really get hold of the option, but I think scrambling is still going to be part of our offensive strategy here in the NFL. And there it is, the Huerman. Is that how it's pronounced? Huerman. We're 5 for 6, 87 yards, and that was a long completion. 2:40 to go. We don't want to leave too much time, but hey, if we leave enough, maybe we can get the ball back and have opportunity again still in this half. Let's hand this one off to Freeman. He's going to cut left, find the first down, and he keeps going. He just keeps churning those legs. 14 yards, 6 yards shy of the red zone. We have a decent balanced run game right now, so I mean, play action is really a big thing we're going to be doing here. 1 second left before the 2-minute warning. Going to toss this to the halfback Freeman on a really short route, and we're inside the red zone going into the 2-minute warning. I mean, if you are a Denver fan right now, you got to be excited. You know, you picked a quarterback with the 5th overall pick in the 2018 draft, and having us, a young quarterback, come in place and start over Case Keenum, you just have to be excited because Case Keenum was really going to provide mediocre football for you, but now getting us, a top college prospect, to join your NFL team, you just have to be excited, especially with how we've been performing today. We intend to try to continue to perform this way and trying to roll out, throwing off our back foot. That was a little sloppy, just had to get rid of it there. But there is a lot of pressure put on us. This Denver team and the Denver home crowd really do believe in us, but they are putting the pressure of trying to either win the division and get to the playoffs or at least get a wild card spot. That's the pressure the organization is putting us this year. If we don't do that, I mean, Case Keenum is very close in skill set, and he may be the starting quarterback, maybe even before the season is up. Tossing that to Booker in the screen. I think he found just enough to get the first down. No, he didn't. It's 4th and 1. We get the field goal, but wow, that is not what I expected. So 4th down and 1. We're probably 4th and inches. We don't go for it. We get the field goal. Seattle scores a field goal as well. They're up by 7. 1:02 to go. We do have 3 timeouts. We're going to try some longer passes. Haven't really attempted anything like that. Let's see what kind of arm we have here in the NFL. Oh, that's Sanders! Over the top to Sanders, down to the 30-yard line. He had only a yard of separation, but we're showing that we still got what we had in Kansas and in Florida, and we're bringing it here to Denver, Colorado. But we got him on the right side. Let's see what we can do here. And Butt's kind of open. God, that could have been jumped. That was close. Inside the 10. Let's use a timeout. I mean, Seattle isn't the powerhouse defense they used to be a few years ago, but I mean, they did score 17 points on us, so I mean, their offense is looking real good. But it hasn't been overly difficult. Yes, we had to accept a field goal. We couldn't go for a touchdown. We couldn't convert on 3rd and long. But, I mean, I think we're playing pretty well against the Seattle defense. Okay, we're at the 1-yard line. 1 timeout to go. We really can't take a sack or anything here. Going to try to squeeze out the Huerman. Huerman's got it! That's a touchdown. It's going to be 17-17 unless we miss an extra point here. But that was a beautiful pass. There was coverage there, but they weren't quite on him like glue like they should have been. 17-17 to start the second half of football. We have the ball here in Denver, Colorado. And oh boy, is the Mile High City rocking tonight. Handing this one off to Freeman up the center. Oh, that's a fumble. We dive on it. We recover the fumble. Oh, I hear chanting of MVP, but I think it's a little bit early. This play right here, you know, Freeman gets laid out. The ball stumbles. 2 guys try to pick it up. We dive forward here at QB, 5 or 6 yards out, and come down with the fumble recovery. I mean, you have to be excited about that. A quarterback that can get involved in a dog pile for a fumble recovery when he didn't even fumble the ball. Let's see what we can do here. Rolling outside. Gonna have to throw it off kilter. Oh! Huber was in front of that one. I don't even know if I'm saying that name right. I expected that pass to coast a little bit further right and be incomplete, but our tight ends are fighting for this right now. I mean, we do have a really strong receiving core, and we're seeing that today. Let's hand this one off, though, to Booker. And that's another fumble. Huge fumble, but we recovered again. Okay, 2 handoffs, 2 fumbles. I think we got to keep it to the air. Running backs don't seem to have fingers. Not able to hold on to the ball. Going to try to put a man in motion. That's Thomas. See what we can do here. Got to roll out. Got a little bit of pressure. Lobbing that one, but a little bit too far there. 3rd down and 6. We definitely don't want to start the second half off having to punt the ball away. A little bit of play action, hoping to get someone to bite on that. Trying to move it to the outer side, and that's Sanders. No, that's Sutton. Sutton makes a man miss. Sutton inside the 20, down to the 10, and that might be the 9-yard line. Wow. That was miraculous. We led the ball just a foot ahead of the defender. Sutton comes down with it, rips the defender off his shoulders, and is able to work his way down the field for a significant gain after the catch here. Look at that. The defender got burned just a little bit to the outside, was behind Sutton. Sutton takes it up the sideline, tries to juke a man here, gets stood up at the 10, but that was just a beautiful catch here. Great route running, and this ball placement, I will not lie, could not be any better. Right there, just beautiful. 1st down and goal inside the 10. We're going to try to run this ourselves. We're going to slide into the end zone. I was going to dive, didn't want to fumble, tried to slide, and that's our first career rushing touchdown. You have to expect it. I mean, with our performance in Kansas and for 3 years and in Florida for 1, you know we like to move out of the pocket every once in a while. Seattle ties it up. It is 24-24. Our defense, a very good defense, hasn't been able to contain the Seattle offense. I would consider the Seattle offense kind of mediocre. I mean, not bad, but not great either. So, I mean, this might be kind of scary for signs of things to come this season. But let's take this snap. Going to try to roll out here. I don't know why I did that. Going to throw it right at Thomas. The defender waited behind him, hit Thomas in the chest with that bullet pass. Now, can we trust our running backs to run the football here? 2 fumbles on the last drive. Both of them recovered by us. Luckily, the Seattle has been on fire in this game, scoring-wise. Freeman gets tackled after finding some yardage. Dropping back, looking for an open receiver. I mean, we have one. Is he still open? I can't tell. He's not open. I waited too long. Got to just toss this one away. I personally would love to go for it at this position if we don't convert here, but I understand if we don't. That is Hurman, and he's got it. He holds on to those, and that's going to be a 1st down and probably should end the 3rd quarter of play. Starting the 4th quarter off with a new set of downs, ball at the 39-yard line. I mean, this has been back and forth, back and forth. We had to play catch-up from the beginning of the game. We had the lead momentarily. Now we are tied up. We need a score on this drive because Seattle has been completely unstoppable. Freeman stood up, doesn't find anything. 2nd down and 10, taking the snap here. We're going to the air. We have our tight end again. He's been our favorite target today. He doesn't quite get the 1st down, but we are in position now on 3rd and 2. This is field goal range. You're looking at 47 yards here. Under 5 minutes to play. We are going to try to keep it on the ground and see what we can do, but I think I'm going to audible this just a little bit. Keep it tight. And let's hand this one off, and that's to Freeman. He's trying to cut out, then in. Hold on to the ball, and he does, down at the 25. I think this is the time for play action. 25 yards out, a new set of downs. We might catch the defense sending an extra man or two. Let's see what we can do. A little bit of play action. That doesn't get anyone biting, but he has a beat. Almost intercepted. That guy had to climb a ladder to get his fingertips on it. That's probably why he didn't come down with it. But we have to be careful. An interception here could cost us the game. About a 42-yard field goal from this position. It is 2nd and 10, handing it off to Booker. He's wrapped up. He does break one, and it looks like he gets to the 21. Looking to do a screen pass here, dropping back, and I don't like this. We break one. We break 2. We break a 3rd. We're still on our feet. Oh, we fall forward. Was that the 1st down? It might have been. 4th and inches. We're running back to the line. That was insanity. Pure insanity. Trying to get them to jump off sides. Booker's got to get this. He doesn't! Swallowed up. We tried to go for it instead of going up by 3. And we're giving Seattle the ball at the 17-yard line. That was a brave move by our coach, but it doesn't pay off. Okay, it's time to be a hero early. 1 timeout left. Seattle has the lead 27-24. 1:21 to go in this game. Our rookie debut. I mean, everything relies on this, and we're throwing this one up to Sutton. Again, a beautiful catch. Time to hurry up, though. No time to celebrate. Only time to run. Getting everyone into position. Looking. We got to try to clock this, get this out of bounds. Something. Going up and over the defender in the back of his helmet. Tried to put it up and over. Getting the boos right now. We're at the 48-yard line. We could easily get into range to tie this. We have a timeout. So, I mean, not every play has to be a home run. And there we go. That should have been a flag. I thought I had him offsides. Tiburon, he's going to find only, I think, what, 8? No, he got the first down. Let's do this again. They're still in motion, the defense, trying to get placed. We're going to run this one. We have the legs. We're going to get the first down. And I'd say we're in field goal range to tie things up. But we don't want to tie things up. This isn't college football. I mean, if Seattle wins the toss and scores a touchdown, it's over. So, I mean, in overtime, that is. So, I mean, I don't want overtime. I want this to be finished, and I want it to be finished now. Tiburon's got it at the 19. It's time to hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay, we're running to the line as quick as possible. 30 seconds to go. We're snapping the ball. Trying to roll outside. We got someone planting our feet. Oh, it's tipped. I thought I had him. We had him for a quarter of a second. The crowd's booing. 25 seconds to go. We do have a timeout. I mean, I say you take shots down the field. We have two downs. I would definitely utilize both of them. And no, Thomas isn't looking. Oh, that was very risky. He didn't run the exact route we wanted him to. The Boo Birds are out in full force here. We're at the 19-yard line. So, I mean, this is a relatively easy, oh my God, a relatively easy extra field goal. But now we just get sacked, and it's going to be a 47-yarder to tie things up. That's not how the Denver crowd wanted to see this one play out. Wow, we were just blessed. Denver made the field goal to tie it. Now we're in overtime, okay? Here in overtime, Seattle didn't score to have during the first possession. So, I mean, any points here gives us this win. Trying to go play action here. A little bit of play action. Deep to Thomas. That's going to get us into Seattle territory. Now, we took a big sack before the end of the fourth quarter, and that really, really hurt. I mean, the crowd booed. People were very unhappy. So we got to be careful trying to roll out of this pocket right now. And we get sucked into that defender. That's his second sack of the day. 2nd and 15. I think we got a little carried away with the play action. Rolled out too much. Got hit. And obviously we paid for it there. See what we can do here from the 47. I mean, next one to score in this game is going to take this game, take the win. 3rd down and 11. I mean, I'd say you're in 4-down territory here just because, I mean, this is not something you want to kick the ball back to Seattle. They've been fire all day, and there's Hamilton pulling it in. Now our halfbacks have fumbled the ball a couple times today. We are going to try to run here. Obviously get a little bit closer, get that field goal, and get the W. Handing this one off to Freeman. He's going to work that right side, and he finds only 2 yards. 27-27. I mean, if you're a Broncos fan, your heart is beating right now. Rookie quarterback in charge of your destiny here in week 1. Leading Thomas to the left. He's able to improvise, reach out and grab that one. 3rd down and 1. I mean, this is still 42-yard field goal from here. I mean, converting this set of downs would mean a lot to the field goal kicker. I am sure of that. Let's hand this one off to Freeman. He's going to work his way up, find the first down, and inside the 20 down to the 19. Under 2 minutes to go in overtime here, 27-27. Easily in field goal range. Touchdown would be great, but field goal does win the game, so we don't want to do anything stupid or risky here. And lobbing that one to Sutton. He's inside the 5, working his way to the 1. Wow, knocking on the end zone door to end this game. Handing this one off to Freeman. He is swallowed up at the 2-yard line. I don't think we're getting in from the ground. We have to be careful here, though. An interception, a turnover, I mean, it could kill the game for us. Trying to get them to jump off sides. That's not going to happen. We're going to roll out, get rid of it. I'm just not liking these odds. Ideally, I want to stay in the pocket. I would love to see it open up and then us be able to walk right in straight ahead. But it's going to be tough. I mean, we're gonna have to see. Taking this snap, looking for an open man. I mean, gonna force that one to Huberman. He's got it. He pulls it in, and that is it. The Denver Broncos. They beat the Seattle Seahawks with the rookie quarterback, us, behind the helm. And Case Keenum has to be a bit sad right now. After a performance like that, I mean, this Denver crowd is going to get behind us like nothing else. And this win means so much to the home crowd. Obviously, Oakland's coming in next week, looking to face us here in Denver again, looking to dethrone our win streak of 1 game. But we're not going to let that happen. I mean, we had such an electric game. The crowd's happy, our coaches are happy, and our fellow teammates are electric. Now, I mean, we had 141.1 quarterback rating, 25 for 34, nearly 400 yards passing, 395. 73% of our passes were complete, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Now, I mean, we had a 48-yard long pass. Russell Wilson had a better completion percentage, but man, we just really showed we took a lot of risks. We had 34 attempts in passing. I mean, nearly 400 yards. Those 3 TDs, that is just amazing. And we even carried the ball 4 times for 34 yards and a touchdown. That's 4 total touchdowns for us as quarterback. It's kind of like our college numbers all over again. Best receivers, obviously the tight end Jeff Heuerman. This guy, electric, in his 4th year here in the NFL, 10 receptions, 114 yards, 2 TDs, including that one in overtime. I mean, you gotta like Jake Butt as well, our backup tight end in his 2nd year out of Michigan. 2 receptions, 35 yards, and a touchdown. But I mean, it was just such a difference. Heuerman was such an impact player on the offensive side of the ball. Now, we do have an upgrade, and I think one of the first things I want to work on is our arm. So I want to try to make that a bit better, try to get some separation between Case Keenum and myself, and now we're 82 overall, puts us 1 overall point ahead of Case Keenum. It feels good. I mean, a little bit of a solidity here, us kind of securing this position, at least for the next few games. I mean, after that kind of performance, I don't think the coach is going to be looking to make a change unless we would tank the next 3 or 4 games and just look absolutely dreadful. But right now, the fans are behind us, and the coaching staff and our teammates, so I think this job is ours. Now, our contract is actually 3 years for $3 million. Definitely going to want to renegotiate that if we can't, if we do well this season, because obviously $750K this year, $970K, and then $1.2 million in 2020. I mean, that's 3 years into what could be a 15-year career, and we don't want to waste those years getting that kind of money. I mean, we already live in a decent apartment in Denver, but, you know, we kind of want maybe a house one day in Denver, and we're looking for a team that maybe can commit to us financially like we can commit to them on the football field. But we'll have to prove ourselves first this season. Just look, Case Keenum is paid $11.7 million this year, so I mean, that's tough. That's a tough difference, and we would like to see that kind of money, especially if we keep the starting job this season. But next week, we face off against the Raiders, who actually won their opening game. So it's 2 1-0 teams taking on each other, and it's going to be an interesting game. Again, another home game, so home crowd's going to come out and support. They loved what we did this week, and hopefully we can make them love what we do next week.